telling us what you're doing here today?
So here today at Margate Primary, just doing some work with AFL Taz as a game engagement officer, basically. So trying to get more kids to sign up for Oz Kick and Super Kick.
How's that going?
Yeah, it's great. It's a good role. I've probably only been working it for the last 2 or 3 weeks, but so far so good. So I've been enjoying it.
What's the reception from some of the children that see a Devils player walk in there?
Honestly, I don't think they know who I am or much about the Devils players as such, but a couple do. A couple know number 29, which is nice, but for the majority, not really.
Do you spend some time explaining the Devils?
I try not to. I'm just there to try to teach them how to kick and handball, which sometimes isn't as great as it sounds.
Perfect. Talk us through the excitement this weekend, obviously playing your old side, but does it almost feel like a sort of repeat of round one back at North Hobart? Big crowd expected?
Yeah, look, I think it'll be a big show, big day for the club, and obviously with the women's playing as well for round one. Hopefully there's some really good support for them there. But yeah, look, we want to try reminisce and emulate what happened at North Hobart in round one. It was a fantastic day for the footy club and for Tasmania sport as a whole. So yeah, hopefully we can get something similar against the old mob, obviously in Southport. So I'd like to get the wood on them early.
Do you have any tips or tricks on your old team that you can share with the team?
I've got a couple. I've been in Jez's ear all week telling them some things that I think may work against the old mob, but we'll see on the day.
What's the band going to be like out there on the field, mate?
I dare say there'll be a fair bit of it. They're a pretty confident bunch, Southport, and usually pretty aggressive on the tongue. So yeah, we'll see how we go with it.
Is the squad much different to last year?
Yeah, they've lost probably about, I reckon, 6 or 7 players from their grand final side last year. So they've had a fair bit of turnover. So they're a completely different sort of look, I guess, but still some really, quality players and established players who have been playing VFL for a long time and some really good football over the last few years. So they're certainly no easy beats. They obviously haven't had quite the start to the year as they would have liked, but I do believe they'll be bouncing back soon.
Who's some of the players we should look out for from them that you need to shut down?
You look inside in the midfield straight away. So they've probably got the best ruckman in the comp, I believe, in Braden Crosley, a very good friend of mine. Jacob Dawson, who's the reigning JJ listed medalist. So he's a fantastic inside midfielder. Boyd Woodcock, another really skillful midfielder who's extremely talented and flying the footy. Zach Foote, another midfielder, extreme explosive sort of speed, quite a talented footballer. They've sort of got the old mob, I guess, into, Max Spencer, Jesse Joyce, who may or may not be playing. But, some really sort of old heads. Sam Day up forward now. I didn't spend any time playing with him, but obviously spent quite a lot of time on Gold Coast list. So they're the sort of blokes we'll be looking out for.
You mentioned a few familiar names there. How many former AFL listed players have they got? Do you know?
Not off the top of my head. They did get the name Delisted United for the last few years because of the amount of delisted AFL players they had. But yeah, look, I'd say it's probably upwards of 10. What
about you guys? Like, what's the focus for you guys? Obviously coming off the draw last week, but what's been the main sort of way that you're going to attack the game?
Look, we've got some clear focuses from last week that we want to improve on. First of all, our contest and around the ball, particularly around stoppage. That's a one-wood for Southport, so it's going to be really important for us to focus on that and sort of negate their ability to score from that. And then for us, I guess, our one-wood is our transition play, so our ability to turn over and get the ball moving forward at speed. So look, we'll just be focusing on what we can do as a team and what our strengths are, and then, like I said, try to mitigate and negate their impact around the ball.
How big of a day is it for the club, obviously, with the VFLW coming in? I think you guys are doing the Guard of Honour as they run out.
Yeah.
Like, how exciting is that for you guys as a club?
Oh, it's massive, I guess with the men's program, we've had the Devils previously before. This is brand new for the women's, which is fantastic. They've been putting in a lot of effort. They've been out of Brighton since December, so it's a 6 months pre-season, which is unheard of. So they'll be fit and firing, ready to go. I've been watching a couple of their key players and how they've been playing in the local leagues, and it looks like they're dominating. So it'll be really, really, really exciting day for Tassie football and for the girls in particular.
Southport, mate, they probably haven't had the start of the season they liked and people would expect, but probably creates a dangerous opposition for you come Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. They're a really proud bunch. I know that for sure. So yeah, look, they'll be coming with a head full of steam. We're heading into the bye, so we've got to make sure that we come prepared to play as well, and come with some 100% effort sort of thing. But look, they'll be coming ready to roll. They'll see us as a scout that they can beat. They'd love nothing more to come down to Tassie and beat us at home in front of our home crowd. I know that for sure. So really important for us to rock up ready to roll.
Another great game from you last weekend, mate. You must be pretty happy with how you started the season personally.
Yeah, not too bad. I think probably the weekend was my most consistent game across 4 quarters. I wouldn't mind trying to kicking a little bit straighter, but I think overall for the season I've had sort of games where I've kicked some goals, which has been good, and other games where I've had a bit of impact up the ground, where I haven't had one where I've sort of combined the both. So I feel like on the weekend that's what happened, and I'm starting to find some good form and get a bit more confidence back. So fingers crossed I can keep it rolling.
Is the group resigned to the fact you're about to lose Jackson in a couple of weeks?
Look, he copped a bit of flack the other night at training after that post came out about him potentially going pick one, which is really exciting for Jacko. You know, he's a terrific young man and a really good footballer, and he's put a massive effort in flying himself over from WA to come and play, particularly coming off the back of a grand final with South Fremantle last year. But yeah, look, we've just got to be prepared. I feel like we've got some good depth across half back, and we've got some young players ready to roll in the wings. So yeah, we'll see what happens with Jacko. Once again, the whole club's completely behind him. The playing group's completely supportive of him. We're just really happy for him.